Well, that would still be wrong.
Make it not possibly.
Not possibly. And that would be correct. This is a notorious one. It almost always occurs in the exam. I will not give you guarantees that it will occur, but it's not impossible. Let's put it that way. There are not a lot like this, and impossible is really the only very frequently used one. But do pay attention to it. Ask yourself, is this an adverb of degree or not? And you get that. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot one use. I forgot one use of the adverb, so I'm going back one step. What kind of a word is this?
Adverb?
No, it's not an adverb. Sort of. Adjective? No, sort of. It's not a verb either. It's coming closer though. Right, this is the whole verb group, if you will. Right? So it's part of the verb, but what do you call it? An adverb that you can squeeze in between?
Badly injured?
No. Fantastic. Thank you. Right, just to show that adverbs can also modify past participles. I forgot that one just now. Sorry. But very good. Okay, now for the real difficult bit. So far so good? No questions?
So I get it also like 1150 is impossible, right?
No. That doesn't work. Because you are modifying early. And early itself is an adverb. And therefore, it cannot be modified by an adjective. Because adjectives only modify nouns. Ever. Okay. More questions? Okay. Okay. So we're talking about adverbs of degree. Keep that in mind. Other adverbs of degree? Can you think of some? What, some that are more familiar than impossibly? Hmm? Possibly? No, unfortunately not. No? We're talking about such words as really, very, incredibly, etc. Right? So basically all adverbs that you can replace by very. If you can replace it by very and it still makes sense, it's probably an adverb of degree. Okay. Ever heard of such things as copular verbs? No? Completely new for you probably, because it's also not in the reader. Okay. Let me let you in on a secret. If I have a sentence here, and I ask you, what is the subject? And then your answer is? Okay. And if I ask you, what is the verb? Then your answer is? If I ask you, what is the object? Your answer is? And that would be wrong, because it isn't. We call this the predicate. It always is a predicate. Also, if it's an object, everything that comes after the verb is a predicate. But the point is, in this sentence, it's not the object of the sentence.
No,
Because
it's the same as the object.
Okay. Now what?
There is no object? No, the object is he, and there is no...
He's the object.
Oh, the subject is he, and there is no object either.
Okay, so, well, this sentence is the same, so this cannot be the object. If these
No.
sentences are the same, that cannot be an object. It looks like one, but it isn't.
No, I think it's not difficult because it is the same as he. I mean, businessman is he. He is businessman, so he's not someone else.
That's basically indeed the feeling that you should be having, right? He and the businessman, or he and ill, is sort of the same thing. That's the kind of feeling indeed that we want. And as I said, it's because of is, because is a copular verb. Copular verbs link the subject to a phrase, a noun phrase, most of the time, not always. And indeed it makes it sort of a property, especially with is. Now, the verb to be is, of course, always a copular verb, no exceptions. The verb become and the verb seem. So whenever you get one of those, you have a copular verb. Most verbs of the senses, so taste, feel, sound, look, smell, and verbs of existence, such as appear, remain, are sometimes copular verbs.
So it's like he appears to be ill.
He appears to be ill. He remains ill. He's still ill.
But there's no object.
No, exactly. How do you know for sure? Usually, once again, not always, but usually if you can replace it by be, then it's a copula. He remains ill. He is ill. Okay, no problem.
So why is there no object? I mean,
Sorry?
why is then, for example,